Hey there, I'm Parth, the founder of Valcat. After working with around 47 B2B SaaS companies, this is the system that we have developed. We start with the data ingestion point, which is basically mapping out your whole TAM. The data sources can be advertisement responses, it can be traditional databases like Apollo, Lucia, Prospeo. It can be LinkedIn, website visitors, it can be content response, it can be Google Maps or Yellow Pages scrape data. And from this, we are trying to get total number of accounts that fall under your ICP and that make up your TAM. Let's say your TAM is 1,000 accounts. So we push these 1,000 accounts to Clay, and we are trying to solve for three main use cases in this. One is for data enrichment, second is signals, and third is personalization. So for data enrichments, we are basically trying to find who in the company we want to reach out to. For example, in these 1,000 accounts, you want to reach out to the CMO, CTO, engineering leaders, developer, AI researcher, or whoever your ICP is. Let's say we found the 1,000 CMOs that you want to reach out to in these 1,000 companies. Next step is tracking signals. For signals, there are a lot of ways to track signals, but to go over the most used signals, there are hundreds of signals in the world. But for example, we could be tracking new capital raised or new funding secured when a company gets funded, basically. It could be when they had a earnings call release and something in their report that you're tracking for. It could be a customer or champion job change. It could be an award or recognition, maybe a sustainability award or industry 4.0 change that they're looking for. It could be activity levels spike on your product. It could be a content consumption. Basically, they interacted with some part, some blog, or they interacted with a competitor's LinkedIn post or commented. Or it could be specific job openings, like maybe you're a cybersecurity SaaS and they're hiring for cybersecurity engineers, or maybe you're a design SaaS and they're hiring for designers, right? So these are the types of signals that we could be tracking. And lastly, we use these signals to personalize our messages, which could be LinkedIn or email messages. So after this activity, we end up with two things. One is we have a ready to send personalized email, and we have verified qualified data. What do we do with this? We push this into a custom scoring logic, which is based on what the company wants. You could be looking at companies between 5 million to 10 million only, with a headcount of 200 plus only, and then they should have had raised funding in the last 3 months only. So we could have these custom logic implemented and then score accounts based on that. So somebody with recent funding gets scored higher, somebody with an active job opening gets scored higher, versus somebody who got funded 2 years ago gets scored lower, and so on. So we actively score your whole TAM, push that whole thing into your CRM, and then the last part starts, which is the omni-channel approach, and where we push everything, all your emails into an email sequencer, which can be instantly. Here we automate positive responses by notifying you on Slack and automatically coming up with a response, and then just having a human in the loop approval system to basically send a reply based on total data we have on the company. And then after emails are sent, next is we take top 20% of the contacts, enrich phone numbers, and send it to BDRs so that they can cold call these high intent accounts. Lastly, we take that same 20% accounts and push them into HeyReach or a LinkedIn automation system, so that we can send them on LinkedIn. We do only 20% on LinkedIn because email volumes can be bought, but LinkedIn volumes are limited and they cannot be bought. So that is why we only take the top highest value prospects and put them on LinkedIn. And this whole thing, whenever we have meetings booked from this goes to a feedback loop based on what was the customer feedback, and that's the end.